Is when?
Well, it should be, I expect it to be substantially complete by the end of this construction season.
What's the construction season, what?
November, what?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, they'll get the bulk
Before the
of it.
snow falls.
Oh, yeah, they'll get the bulk of it done, and there'll be little bits, but, you know.
Okay.
I think they expect like 6 or 8 weeks on Grand Street. You know, so if you say a month on Broadway, 2 months on Grand, you know, another month on Prince, so that's 4 months. So they
So
start
we're gonna have
July,
we're gonna have a lot of-
August, September, October, November.
So there are lots of traffic snafus.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, Broadway will be
Bridge
tied up for just, you know, it'll be inconvenience for about less than a month. You know, then they'll be out, and Broadway will be clear. And then working on, they'll get into Grand, and then that intersection will be opened up, you know, and then, so, yeah, it's a process.
Okay. Anything else, Rob?
We got the notice to proceed to construction for Greenhill Avenue Bridge just last week. So I sent the advertisement to Freeman today for Sunday's publication, and it is currently in the New York State contract report for bids due July 13th, I believe.
Okay.
So,
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, moving on, item 4, Alan Winchell has a request for budgetary transfer of $7,800 from regular pay to standby pay. I hope, John, you could explain what that means.
Is there communication?
This is a transfer. What is standby pay?
Standby pay is compensating employees for being on call. For being on call. So my understanding is that there's an employee who is being paid on call as a result of a discussion with the union. It's the senior operator, this has been an ongoing issue for quite some time, and it's been resolved. So this person will receive standby pay as other employees in CSTA do.
But no work is performed. Unless
No.
it's called in.
Well, right, you're on call, so if you have an employee who you need to be available, you need to that employee needs to be compensated to be on call. We had a similar issue with the bus transit supervisor several years back. They were compensated for being on call. There's other employees. There's, I believe, foreman on call for DPW.
Standard.
Right, so this is compensating the operator on call for the treatment plant, which is
Could he be doing other things while he's on call?
yes, absolutely, but he needs to be available. He can't be on vacation when he's on call.
So he can be doing other things, or he will be doing other things?
When you say he can't, no, let's clear. He's home. This person could be home, he's out and about, but he's on call.
Okay.
So what that means is that
So he's not doing other things?
when I say doing other things, he's doing other life things, not
Yeah.
city things.
I assume he's living.
Because
He's not doing other functions at the waste.
maybe explain this way, Doug, if you don't, without an on-call provision for that employee, if someone's not on call and you call them in for overtime, they can refuse it. If you have someone who's on call, then they're required to come in for the overtime, right? So this is a mutual benefit where the employee, the city has an asset or a need to have an employee on call to come in as needed. In this case, to oversee a very important operation, it's in the city's best interest to have an employee on call, and it's the employee's right to receive compensation to be on call.
Is this the same person every time, or this is a rotating?
It generally would be this, I wasn't privy to the conversation, but my understanding is it'll generally be the senior operator of the treatment plant, unless that person's on vacation or not available. It'd be Winchell.
Okay.
For the most part. I mean, that's what I've seen so far.
Okay. So it's,
Nina?
here's an simile, if we have a doctor that's on call, he has to be reasonably on call, like he can do other things, whatever he pleases, as long as he's not out in public drinking.
Right.
Same situation.
And he has to be
somebody
available
responsible.
within the area to be able to come in and work.
And they can't go outside the area, right?
So there's restrictions
Okay.
that you're compensating an employee for.
All right. Is there a motion on this?
so this is zero impact?
Right, they're moving that, they had money's regular pay that they're using to.
Okay.
Well, indirectly, it's an impact.
Right, there is a long-term financial impact of the potentially $7,800 a year,
Hard to quantify.
but, right.
I motion that we make.
Tony, thank you. Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you. Carly, we're to you on the New York State Retirement System Standard Workday Reporting.
So basically, every new term, so every 2 years, because of the alderman, we have to do it every 2 years. We have to certify with the retirement system the number of hours that any of the elected officials work who choose to participate in the retirement system. So those individuals had to submit a 3-month ROA, which is a report of activities, and then we use that to calculate basically how many days per month they are working and should get credit for from the retirement system. So it's actually, it's elected and appointed if they don't punch a time clock. So that's why, the mayor and, well, the mayor's elected, the corporation council is on there because they don't punch a time clock.
So technically, should all of them be submitting these ROAs?
Only if only if you want to get credit with the New York State Retirement System. If you want to participate in the New York State Retirement System, like if you're already, in the system from another job or something, you want to get credit for your time here, then you would have to submit an ROA in order to be getting that credit from the retirement system.
Okay. So what action is required from us?
So it's just approving this, the resolution to go to the New York State Retirement System for those individuals who are listed on it who did submit the ROA.
This is an example.
No.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. If he's on it, can he vote on it?
If he's on what? I'm one of these people
If he's one of the recipients of
So like a
Oh, is this
I
a,
think so.
That's exactly why.
I don't see why not, because you can
Maybe
have
it's
every
like-
member of the council be
Okay.
on that resolution.
Right,
Okay,
exactly.
I just wanted to double check. I don't.
I think in the past they voted, I don't know.
So
I mean, it's something he gets a direct impact from, so.
Yes, there should be a committee report there.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Is his vote really needed?
No.
So why do we put ourselves in that situation?
If you want to pass on it, it's fine, just if you maybe look at it in the future, because in a lot of towns, everyone on
Right,
the board is a
everyone,
member.
yeah.
Good enough,
Have to.
okay.
Potential.
I don't know how they
All
get
right.
around that.
Department City Clerk, recommend approval for filing the attached standard workday resolution in New York State and local retirement system. Where's the attached?
It is that
This point.
sort of a
You
grid.
make an issue of it?
So can I ask a
I
question?
put that. Yeah, he was on
Can I ask a question while you're defining
That's why
that?
they made it, they changed the legislation.
Done.
Basically, the city clerk was.
Can I ask a question while you're defining that?
Rather than coming to
Can I ask a question?
Sure, go ahead. Nina has a question?
My question is, Tony and a few others are involved in this. Why isn't it standard that everybody, regardless of, why isn't it standard?
What do you mean?
What's that?
Why is this not standard?
A standard work day, like the number of
For
hours?
everyone.
Because the state has recognized that different elected officials put in a different level of effort. That certain positions may require certain more hours than others, and that they should be credited to the retirement system for that. Now, everyone has to do a log. That log should be everything that elected official or appointed official believes is creditable. The clerk then reviews that to see if there's anything that should be omitted.
So she makes a determination what gets omitted?
Well, she's going based upon what the elected official has reported, but if she sees anything on its face that appears to be invalid, she would remove that, but.
Are you asking why some people are in the system and some are not?
Kind of, sort of. I'm asking that, and I'm asking,
Well, that's a choice
who
of
makes
law.
a determination what's valid? Like, we put a lot of.
Well, you guys all have their ROAs included in your packets. So, I mean, if you had an issue with something that is included, then, you could certainly bring it as a question or an issue.
Are you signed up for the system?
No, my question is, why isn't it standard that everyone is signed up? Why isn't that standard? Because we're all contributing time.
Or everyone can, but
You have to make the effort.
yeah, you have to make the effort to do it.
Well, when
and
you went
have
to
do
civil
the law.
service to enroll, you would have filled out paperwork. I think she gives everybody the option at that point.
When we went to civil service, when?
When you got elected.
Oh, well, we
So
didn't go to civil service.
When I got appointed, they asked me, do you want to be in the system or not?
When you filled out like all your payroll information,
Never.
you had to fill out payroll
Well,
information.
we filled out payroll, but nobody asked us if we wanted to be in this.
In New York State
See
retirement.
Jackie to Seco.
Maybe with the new group they did, but not when I came in.
Well, I mean, this has been.
And I'm not pointing the finger, I'm just trying to understand it because my question again is, why is it not standard? Because who determines who does
Well,
what?
I also sent this to everyone back in January, telling all of you that if you were participating in the New York State
I
retirement
remember you
system,
sending it, I just assumed we all were, I didn't think.
but then you should have submitted an ROA, because I sent several reminders to everybody.
Wait,
You had to
calm
send
down, not pointing the finger at you.
You
I'm
had to
just
send a report
inquisitive.
of activities.
Wait. Again, maybe you don't understand the question. Why is it not standard? Because I was under the understanding that it is standard. So I didn't think that I needed to do anything. Nobody said, you have to fill this out. If it was included in the paper, I apologize.
I sent something with a link to the
Okay,
comptroller's
relax.
office for you guys.
Relax.
I'm relaxed, I'm just trying to.
I'm just trying to
explain.
understand.
But if you want to understand, let me explain them.
Yeah, but you're getting louder and it's not making it clear
Okay.
to me. It's
But
not
I
making
think also
clear to
you're
me.
trying to explain within, like if somebody is signed up. I think she's
Right.
asking
Why is it?
why
You
why
understand
people
me.
sign up or not.
Right.
Okay, but when I sent that out, you didn't question whether you were signed up or not.
Deb, did anybody ever ask you? See, that's what, I'm just going by what you
I
said.
do know you
I
weren't
know what
signed up
I
when
knew
I sent that.
I knew about it, but I was not specifically asked.
I mean, generally, the people that opt to do it are people, because you have to have a certain number of years in the retirement system based on full-time work.
Which I think everybody in this room is.
No, I'm not.
No, you don't. You don't have to be a full-timer to be in the retirement.
No, but what I'm saying is you have to have like 10 years of full-time credit.
Right, you have to have
Why?
ordinance of
Collect
service
on.
to that,
Why?
but.
So if you're an alderman and you're reporting a few days a
The best I
month.
can tell you at this point is contact Jackie.
Okay.
And through the years I've been here, it's been hit or miss. I would say most aldermen aren't in the system, some are. Kind of depends upon, at what point you are in your career when you join
And
here.
that's how.
Somebody who's, I'm just not gonna pick on date, but someone's in their late 60s, they may say, hey, I'm a few years away from retirement. I know I'm not gonna be here long enough to get the benefit of this, they don't do it. But for whatever those personal choices are, some join, some don't. But in terms of being standard with how we report it, the problem is that this problem the state has with that is that the benefits should be conferred upon the retiree at the time of retirement based upon the actual time they work. So we can't, I can't say, Nina, you worked 5 days and Deb worked 5 days.
That was my question.
Steve worked 5 days a month because maybe you worked 8 days.
And that was
But maybe
my
someone else only
question.
works 2 days a month. So they want you to be credited for the exact time that you worked as best we can,
If
which
you
is our
feel,
way.
if you feel that you're at the point in your life where you want to have this time accounted for, basically. So there's no general thing, there's no standard.
No, and the state requires that we have to do it this way in order for any of the elected officials to get any
So
credit
it
at
can't
all.
be retroactive, she can't say, you know.
Potentially
I
she
don't want that.
could, potentially she could, I would just see Jackie.
Well, I'm not
give
old
the-
enough, first of all. No,
No,
I was just being.
No, when you join when you're,
I
no,
know,
you
I know.
join when you start, most people who join the retirement system join when they start
Start.
service.
See, that was never
Right.
discussed with me, but it's all right, I was just
Well,
included
we
there.
should make sure that Jackie gives them that information when they're coming on. I was
Well,
under
did you
the
see
impression
Jackie
she
when you
does.
started or no?
I thought I remember seeing.
I didn't.
I remember seeing it when she sent
Yeah.
it this year, but it's not a problem, I was just inquisitive as to why it was the way, is it standard or not?
New Year's
So,
retirement
great.
system, or New Year's Eve retirement? I'm assuming, right?
No,
I'm not,
we'd be private.
So what's the,
we're not New York
what's the
State,
issue
so
here
we're
we're
not
trying to decide?
paid.
So they're just, we have to report the hours that the ROAs that were submitted to us. We have to
Recommend
report them
approval.
to the state comptroller, so it's just, that has to be approved by the council.
Recommend approval for filing the attached standard workday resolution with the New York State and local retirement system.
I move that we approve.
Okay, thank you.
I'm recusing
Second?
myself.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think yours is if it's retroactive.
Anybody, all opposed?
You can.
So it would be 6.
Elected officials, it's a little different, if they don't have. an
Keep these
automatic-
two together.
I don't know, but you know.
Keep these two together.
Okay, so you check with Jackie.
Okay, John,
She may not have that, but she may be able to get you the involvement needed.
She offered it to me when I go on 2 months ago.
Yeah, because I guess when you first started, you never think you're gonna get reelected, you know? And then after 6 years, I'm thinking, oh.
I should add that as another reason why some elected official decide not to.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Where is he separately?
This and your retirement.
Oh, yeah. I'm already getting that. So I kind of disagree.
Very clear.
So everyone, Mayor, can I pass the?
Oh, sorry, Steve.
All right.
Got some thick folks.
Yeah, well, I'll give you the quick notes version and I'll give you homework to look at. I'll keep it rather brief, sorry. So the attached financial report, we're through May now, posting in our ledger. We're 41.67% of our weights over the year. We're almost at halfway point, we've almost went 37.5% of the budget. I give you a list of the accounts that are tracking favorably the budget. Not much change from the prior month. Overall, things are going well. Health insurance, we are tracking negatively the budget right now. We're 42.4% expended. Last year, we were 41.5% expended at this time, so we're continuing to keep an eye on that. The police and fire department budgets are tracking okay. They're at 35.5% spent, 38% spent respectively. The police department's a little more underspent than the fire department. Sales tax, the handouts included on the next page. We are currently tracking favorable to budget. We're at 4.33% over the prior year. That 4.33% over the prior year. If you look at the numbers on the bottom of the page there, that's the kind of modeling that we do for where we're going to end up the year. I'll continue to update as the year progresses. But currently, we're projected to be 1.58% over budget, or roughly $200,000. So far, so good on sales tax. Other revenue sources are on target. Contingency balance, $94,000 minus whatever we spent tonight. And unassigned fund balance, as I reported last month, is at 11.5%. We're over the 10%, we're at 11.5% fund balance. So, doing well.
I just have a question. You probably know about the health issue with the local hospitals. Is this going to impact us financially if we've got to find another way for our employees to be hospitalized? Because right now they got to go to Northern Dutchess.
I don't see how it financially would impact the city at this point. I mean,
You're going to have employees that have to pay out of pocket, right?
but it's not part of the,
It's not
it's not
ours.
part of
It's
the
their
contracts.
responsibility.
It's not part of the contracts at this point. And they have actually NICE grandfathered into their plan. I mean,
But they're not taking it, the hospital is not taking it.
correct,
Okay.
correct. But
Not
You know,
that
this-
we don't want.
at this point, they're, you know, the employees are making other arrangements. They're going to, I presume,
No, you got Northern
I know
Dutchess.
myself, I went to Northern Dutchess for
That's it.
procedure and, you know,
Was it outpatient, I mean, out of the network for you, is that, no? So they take Blue Cross?
Northern Dutchess does.
yeah,
Well,
they took and, you know,
Jasper
it's a
does.
little more convenient for me. Hopefully, they
That's
come
great.
to an agreement, obviously, I'd like to see that, but at this point, I don't see it impacting the city at this,
I was just
you
saying,
know.
negotiations go for it.
If this remains unresolved,
Yeah.
what could happen down the line is you could see a migration of employees going from the night shift plan to the MVP plan that we offer.
Right,
Is that cheaper?
It is,
usually Blue Cross is the most expensive.
Okay, so what should I wish for?
so, about $1,000 a year. So,
Times
you
how
know,
many employees.
but, you know, we do hope it gets resolved, you know, waiting anxiously, but at this point, there's no financial
We've had to send
impact.
some of our patients to Northern Dutchess.
Crazy.
I'm sure civil service gets a lot of phone calls on it, you know, they're not hitting my office, but
Yeah, it's crazy.
that's all that I have.
Thank you, John.
Hurts the feelings.
Copies.
Good shape.
That's
That's what he's the man. It's good.
Yeah, she got 92.
Down?
Now,
I'll just say, it will be a little bit tighter this year than it was last year, so.
I move that we adjourn.
I second it.
All in favor? Yeah.